Good evening, and welcome to Chesapeake Public Schools Family Empowerment Webinar presented by the Office of Family and Community Engagement. I am Lisa Carey, one of the FACE specialists. Our office, which is under the Department of Engagement, seeks to create meaningful partnerships in order to inspire, engage, and empower families, educators, and the community agencies to support the initiatives of Chesapeake Public Schools. We are typically available Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. until 4 p.m. and can be reached by our main phone line at 757-482-5923 or face at cpschools.com. Thank you for joining us tonight for our elementary session of Math Matters, Supporting Math at Home. We are excited to have joining us tonight several panelists from our mathematics department. Before we begin, I want to let you know that this webinar is being recorded to share on our Chesapeake Public Schools YouTube channel. Participants' camera and the chat feature are disabled. If you have any questions, please use the Q&A feature located at the bottom of this screen. We will answer all questions by the conclusion of tonight's presentation. And now we would like to introduce our panelists. First, we have Dr. Francie Cooney, Supervisor of Mathematics, Dr. Jennifer Morris Hayes, Coordinator of Mathematics for Title I, and Ms. Patricia Moore, Coordinator of Mathematics. Welcome, everyone. Thank you for being here tonight. At this time, I'd like to turn the program over to Dr. Jennifer Morris Hayes.
Good evening. Welcome to Peak University's Supporting Math at Home webinar. We are thrilled you've decided to join us to learn how you can support your child in mathematics at home. We hope to provide you with some fun ways that you can work with your child while creating wonderful memories that will last a lifetime. Again, to introduce ourselves, we're Dr. Francie Cooney, the supervisor of K-12 mathematics. I'm Dr. Jennifer Morris Hayes, the coordinator of elementary mathematics, and Patricia Moore is the coordinator of secondary mathematics. We work to provide quality resources for teachers and for your students across the district. In this webinar tonight, we will be sharing some basics about mathematics instruction and what you and your child need to know. We will then share some specific activities that you can incorporate right away, even tonight. We will finish up with some strategies for helping your child succeed. So let's get started. So what is your mathitude? What kind of attitude do you have toward math? Did you struggle with math in school and now you don't really like it? Maybe you dread doing things that involve math, like figuring out how much new carpet you'll need, or balancing the bank account, or reading that technical manual that came with the TV. Or do you enjoy the challenge of solving math problems and you believe that math skills are important job and life skills? Or are you somewhere in between? How you answer these questions influences how you may be influencing your child's attitudes towards math and how your child approaches learning. Although parents can be a positive force in helping children learn math, they also can undermine their children's math ability and their attitudes by saying things like, math is hard, and I'm not surprised you don't do well in math. I didn't like math either. Or, I wasn't very good in math, and I'm a success, so don't worry about doing well. Parents may also say, math is easy, so why are you struggling so much with it? Although you can't make your child like math, you can encourage them to do so, and you can take steps to ensure that they learn to appreciate its value, both in everyday life and in preparing for the future. You might point out how fortunate they are to have the opportunity to learn mathematics today, when math knowledge can open the door to so many interesting and exciting possibilities. In everyday interactions with children, there are many things that parents can do without lecturing or applying pressure to help children learn to solve problems, communicate mathematically, and demonstrate reasoning abilities. These skills are fundamental to learning mathematics.
You can help your child learn math by offering insights into how to approach math. They will develop more confidence in their math ability if they understand the following points. Problems can be solved in different ways. Although most math problems have only one answer, there may be many ways to get to that answer. Learning math is more than finding the correct answer. It's also a process of solving problems and applying what you've learned to new problems. Wrong answers sometimes can be useful. Accuracy is always important in math. However, sometimes you can use a wrong answer to help your child figure out why they made a mistake. Analyzing wrong answers can help your child to understand the concepts underlying the problem and to learn to apply reasoning skills to arrive at the correct answer. Ask your child to explain how they solved a math problem. Their explanation might help you discover if they need help with number skills, such as addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division, or with the concepts involved in solving the problem. Take risks. Help your child to be a risk taker. Help them see the value of trying to solve a problem, even if it's difficult. Give your child time to explore different approaches to solving a difficult problem. As they work, encourage them to talk about why they are thinking or what they're thinking. This will help them to strengthen math skills and to become independent thinkers and problem solvers. Being able to do mathematics in your head is important. Mathematics isn't restricted to pencil and paper activities. Doing math in your head and using mental math is a valuable skill that comes in handy as we make quick calculations of costs in stores, restaurants, or gas stations. Let your child know that by using mental math, their math skills will become stronger. It's sometimes okay to use a calculator to solve mathematics problems. Calculators are widely used today, and knowing how to use them correctly is important. The idea is for your child not to fall back on the excuse, I don't need to know math, I've got a calculator. Let your child know that to use calculators correctly and most efficiently, they will need a strong grounding in math operations. Otherwise, how will they know whether the answer is reasonable?
Today, we are going to share a few activities that you can use with your child to strengthen math skills and build strong, positive attitudes towards math. These activities use common household items or occur naturally in everyday life. You don't need to be a great mathematician or to have a college degree in math to use them. Your time and interest and the pleasure that you share with your child as part of working together are what matter most.
Our first activity is counting coins. In this activity, you only need a small handful of assorted coins and maybe some paper and pencil. You're going to place a few coins in your closed hand, and you're going to pose questions to your child about the coins. For example, you're going to say, I have 3 coins in my hand. They're worth 7 cents. What coins do I have? And you could have a nickel and 2 pennies. Another example, you would say to your child, I have 3 coins in my hand. They're worth 16 cents. What coins do I have? And hopefully they would be able to answer a dime, a nickel, and a penny. Or you can say, I have 3 coins in my hand. They're worth 30 cents. What coins do I have? And they should come up with 3 dimes. Ask your child to explain how they know the answer. Encourage explanation with the answer to build confidence in number sense vocabulary. You can make the game more challenging by asking questions that have more than one answer. So for example, you tell your child, I have 6 coins in my hand. They're worth 30 cents. What coins could I have? So your child could say that they have a quarter and 5 pennies, or they could say they have 6 nickels. Okay, another example. I have some coins in my hand that are worth 11 cents. How many coins could I have? And then there's lots of options for this one. So your child could say a dime and a penny. They could say that there's 3 coins, 2 of them nickels and 1 of them a penny. They could say they have 6 coins, 1 nickel, and 5 pennies. They could say 11 coins, all pennies. So again, ask your child to explain how they know the answer. You get the idea.
For younger students, you may use a single coin and ask questions such as, I have 1 coin. It is brown and it is worth 1 cent. And they would tell you it's a penny. Or, I have a coin that is silver and has the same value as 10 pennies. And they would tell you a dime. You can extend the activity by having your child pose the questions to you and have you guess the answer. To help support learning, especially if they're struggling, give your child some actual coins to work with as they're figuring out the answers. Any opportunity for your child to interact with coins, such as in the store, the ice cream truck, a vending machine, those are all opportunities to help to build their skills.
Family game night is an absolute favorite in our house. As my children grew up, they were always looking for new and interesting games that are not only fun, but also challenging at the same time. I love brain teasers and anything that forces players to think about problems in different ways. Playing math games with kids allows them to look at numbers and math concepts in different ways. It encourages them to think flexibly about numbers and build their number sense while having a good time. You can use these games to help your child increase their mental math skills, which in turn allows them to solve problems mentally, and not always with a pencil and paper on hand. The more kids play math games, the more they become fluid math thinkers. Many great games are probably already in your home. Younger students may enjoy playing dominoes, where they count the dots or match up like amounts. They might also enjoy matching games, which develop critical thinking skills. As children get older, they may enjoy Connect Four and sequence numbers, where they incorporate strategic thinking with their mathematical skills. Eventually, your children will be able to engage with games like Yahtzee, Farkle, and every family's favorite, Monopoly. Allowing your child to count their dots on dice, count aloud as they move their game piece, or even be the banker in Monopoly will help build confidence while building mathematical skills. There is no better way to learn than having fun while doing it. This will not only build mathematical skills, but create memories that will last. Maybe tonight can be family game night.
Making math fun can seem like a huge feat. Instead, let's make it something to eat. One of the best ways to do this is through baking because you can't help but use math. That goes for everyone from preschoolers to teenagers. Kids won't even know they're learning when you're adding chocolate chips, subtracting the dough that you eat before baking, multiplying ingredients, or dividing batter into muffin cups. Baking requires precise measuring. Doubling recipes requires multiplying. And measuring a half cup or a quarter teaspoon gets you working with fractions. At a more basic level, kids love counting out chocolate chips. Ask your child how many chocolate chips they think it will take to fill 1 cup. How many for half a cup? Estimate and count together to see how close you came to the right answer. Baking includes many other math skills as well. You have to budget for the ingredients, set the correct temperature on your oven, setting the timer on the oven, estimating those how many cupcakes or cookies a batter or a dough will make, identifying shapes such as round cookies or square brownies. It's important to allow your child to do the work, to make the mistakes, and to adjust based on what they learn. Have fun and make memories.
Many families read with their children at night. Why not add a problem to the mix? Here's one to try. In Betcha by Stuart J. Murphy, two friends try out their estimating skills and find out that estimating can have real rewards, especially when there's a contest to enter. As we read this book, watch for how the math is integrated into the story. Also, you will notice at the end of this book, there is a list of additional ways to support math and literature integration.
Hey mathematicians, today we're going to be reading aloud Betcha by Stuart J. Murphy, illustrated by S.D. Schindler. Hey, look at this! Planet Toys is having a contest. Whoever guesses the correct number of jelly beans in the jar in their window wins 2 free tickets to the All-Star game. Oh yeah? Let's go down and check it out. Betcha I can win. Oh yeah? I'm really good at figuring things out. I betcha that I'll win. If you're so good at figuring things out, can you tell me how many other people are on this bus? You betcha. Okay, how many? Well, there's 10 rows, 4 people equals 40, plus a few standing up. Betcha about 43 people. 1, 2, 3, 42, 43, 44, 45. I just counted and got 45. That was pretty close. Wow, look at that traffic jam. Betcha you can't tell me how many cars are stuck on the block. Betcha I can. Go ahead and try. 4 lanes, 6 cars in each lane equals 24. Betcha about 25 cars. 1, 2, 3, 21, 22, 23. I counted 23. I was almost right. Here's the store. Look at that cool stuff. About how much do you think it would cost to buy it all? Betcha I can tell you about how much. Go for it. 39 is almost 40. 22 is just over $20, so about $60. $60 plus almost $30 equals about $90. $90 plus just over $10 equals about $100. Betcha about $100. I get $101. See, I was close again, and I didn't even need a pencil. Okay, now for the real thing. About how many jelly beans are in the jar. Guess how many jelly beans are in me and win 2 free tickets to the All-Star game. About 10, in 4 sections, 10 times 4 equals 40. About 20 layers, 40 times 20 equals 800, plus a few at the top. I betcha about 810. Well, I can't count them, and he's been pretty close every time. I'll just add a few to his number. 812. Incredible! That's exactly right. You're headed to the All-Star game. Betcha I know who wants the other ticket. Hey mathematicians, today we're going to be
If you are looking for some books that could read that you could read together that will also support your child's math skills, we are including some great ones here. We are providing a web address at a later time, and you can also scan the QR code, which will take you to a list of books for all grade levels. This list is separated by age and grade level so that you can find the perfect book for your child. Reading books with embedded math learning will help your child grow in both subjects.
Giving children the opportunity to build something that requires them to follow a plan is another way to build math skills. Such activities may include building a birdhouse or putting together Lego models. Have your child create their own design to build a fast car, or figure out how to arrange their bedroom. Guide them and assist when needed, allowing the child to make mistakes and adjust when needed. This may be challenging to some students, but that is where the learning occurs. Research in the science of learning has shown that experiences like block building and puzzle play can improve children's spatial skills, and that these skills support complex mathematical problem solving in middle and high school. Providing these opportunities to our children is essential.
There are many ways you can support and help your child succeed in mathematics. Visit your child's school. Meet with the teacher and ask how your child approaches mathematics. Do they enjoy it? Do they participate? Do they understand assignments and do them accurately? If the teacher indicates that your child has problems with math, ask for specific things that you can do to help. Check math homework and other assignments. It's usually a good idea to check to see that your younger child has finished their math homework assignments. If your older child is having trouble finishing assignments, check their work too. After your child's teacher returns math homework, have your child bring it home so that you can read the comments. However, do not do homework for your child. Limit your assistance to seeing that your child understands the assignments and that they have the necessary supplies to do them. Too much parent involvement in homework can make children dependent and takes away from the value of homework as a way for children to become independent and responsible.
Help your child see that mathematics is very much a part of everyday life. From statistics in sports to the sale price of clothing to the amount of gas needed to travel from one city to another. Mathematics is important to us every day. Help your child to link school math to practical events.
Point out that many jobs require mathematical skills. Your child may recognize that many people must have good math skills to do certain jobs. Scientists, doctors, computer technicians, accountants, and bankers, for example. However, they may not realize that many other jobs also require math. Point out that math is used in jobs such as running a business, being a plumber, carpenter, electrician, or mechanic, being a salesperson or clerk, and designing clothes or buildings. Let them know that having strong math skills will open up many great careers opportunities. Stimulate your child's interest in technology. Help your child learn how to use calculators, but don't let them rely solely on them to solve math problems. Encourage them to learn to use computers to extend what they are learning and to find math games and math-related websites that will increase their interest in math. Show your child that you like mathematics, letting your child see that you use math and that you aren't afraid of it. This will go much further to building positive attitudes than just telling them that they should. Set high standards for your child in mathematics achievement. Challenge your child to succeed in math and encourage their interest by doing the kinds of activities we have shown you and by trying many more activities of your own. We have included a few resources to help you as you are encouraging your child's mathematical learning at home. These resources are from the NWEA, Scholastic, the Virginia Department of Education, and the University of Chicago School of Education. These sources provide additional ideas for supporting your child and will be provided to you after this webinar. Thank you for joining us this evening to learn strategies for supporting math instruction at home. We hope we provided you with some fun and engaging activities that you can incorporate right away. Now let's turn it back over to Lisa.
Thank you, Francie. At this time, we will open up to any questions that you may have. Just to let you know, families, we will send out this link to all of our families tonight, just so that they have access to the links and they can try some of these activities at home. So at the current moment, I don't see any questions in the Q&A. If you should have any questions, please feel free to call our office, or you can contact the math department by calling 757-547-0153. This concludes our Elementary Math Matters webinar. Again, I would like to thank our panelists for sharing information with us this evening. Please remember that this webinar has been recorded and will be uploaded to Chesapeake Public Schools YouTube page within the next several days. Additionally, our Secondary Math Matters webinar will be hosted next Tuesday evening, October 17th. Thank you for joining us this evening, and remember, families and communities work better together. Thank you and have a great night.